This week on The Good Life.
It used to be when I was playing, I would throw up before every game. At least I don't throw up anymore. Sometimes.
The voice of the Vols takes us inside his game day routine and puts me to the test on the field. Plus, we're helping you find some of the latest styles in the world of design to make you feel classically cozy. But best of all, in true Good Life fashion, you won't have to break the bank doing so. And
honestly, the doctor had never seen anything like this. And so we were just, quite frankly, stunned.
We're paying it forward to one of our neighbors in need of a helping hand. It's all coming up on The Good Life. Living the good life doesn't mean having everything you want. It means recognizing and appreciating what you have. Hello to you, I'm Kelli Parker. To me, living the good life means sharing family traditions and great stories, finding a style that's all your own, and living with a go big, go home kind of spirit. Oh, and every good life sprinkles in the element of surprise. So pull up a chair and join us. I think you'll agree, every day is better when it's served with a slice of the good life. And welcome to The Good Life. I'm Kelli Parker. We are so excited to have you. You know, part of living the good life is getting to know the people who call East Tennessee home. So every week, we want to catch up with one of your neighbors who makes this such a special place to live. And our first guest might just have the most recognized voice in the state of Tennessee. Trust me on this. These are the sounds that fuel the soul of every Tennessee Vol fan. But through triumphs and defeats, there's one voice that reminds every Big Orange fan our next victory could be only one play away.
20 to the 10 to the 5, and he's into the checkerboard.
And for more than 17 years, the voice heard above all the rest is the voice of the Vol Network, Bob Kesling. And we are honored to have you with us
Kelli.
today.
Good
Thanks
to see
so
you.
much for being here. What a wild ride this has been for you.
Yeah, it really was. I came here in 1972 as a freshman, walk-on fullback. Didn't know anybody in Knoxville. And I've had such a great run, you know, first at WIBK and then at Channel 10 and now for over 17 years here on the Vol Network. It's been terrific.
Absolutely. More than 30 years in the broadcasting industry. And you said way back when your dad gave you some very sound advice.
Well, and particularly when I took over for John Ward on the Vol Network, he said, basically, you've got to be yourself. And don't try and imitate anybody else. He said, you got here being yourself, so just do that. So I've tried to just get on game day and try and be Bob Kesling, and so far it's worked pretty good.
Sound advice Kesling puts into play every game day from high above Neyland Stadium. And here we are now in the press box. This is where all the media magic happens, especially with you, right?
Yeah, on game day, this is a very busy place. So the writers, there's probably 125, 130 writers, and you got national TV, national radio, Vol Network. So yeah, a lot of folks up here.
And what you may not know is Bob has his own style when it comes to your actual layout that you call the game from. Let's talk about this.
Well, you've got to know where the information is on your chart. Right. And if you get 20 broadcasters in here, they would have 20 different charts. And so you take things from other people, you steal their best ideas, and put it into yours. So you need to know if Josh Dobbs has thrown a touchdown pass, you need to know right away how many has he thrown this season or how many has he thrown in his career. So you develop a system, and now it looks Egyptian to most people. They wouldn't be able to figure it out.
Right.
But as long as I know what's on the board, then that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. You have a bit of a superstition when it comes to your game day ties. Let's talk.
Superstition, maybe even a sickness. I don't think it's getting to the point. I just, when I first started, I just had this deal. If Tennessee would lose a game, and of course back when Tim and I started doing the games back in 1999, we didn't lose many games. But you just had that bad feeling when you lost a game that I would never wear that tie again. I always wear an orange tie on game day, but I won't wear one that's got a loss in it.
Kesling says one particular tie worn in a blowout loss against Notre Dame would miraculously find its way back home into Big Orange country.
So a few weeks later, Mike Hamilton, our athletics director then, was at a banquet, and there was one of our managers was getting an award, a student award for his academics, and so Mike was kind of a closehound a little bit, And so the manager had a really nice orange tie on. And Mike was saying, well, where'd you get that tie? That's a really good looking tie. So I got out of the trash can at Notre Dame after Kesling threw it away. So,
You weren't even bringing that one home with you.
No, that one didn't even make it out of South Bend.
To Kesling, the big orange ties represent much more than just a game day tradition. Bob says wearing the color orange years ago might have just led him to a job he could only dream of.
And I really think broadcasting is the next best thing to playing because you get the week of preparation just like a player. You know that on game day, you got to get it right and you got to do it the best you can. And I get the same butterflies on a Saturday morning when I get up to come to Neyland Stadium to call the game as I did when I was playing. So it's a great adrenaline rush.
So, Bob, you've had a chance to play on this field. You know, it's always been a dream of mine. Would you do me the honor today?
I think we can make that happen.
You know your interview is serious when the high heels have to come off. The first play is called.
Whoa. You got to wait for the quarterback.
And we have an offsides on Parker. 2nd down and 10 to go. Kesling goes back. Parker makes a break for the end zone and give her 6. Touchdown, Big Orange. Yes, I know. I'll leave the game calling to Bob. So we have to ask, what does living the good life mean to Bob Kesling? What's living the good life?
Day like this, when the sun shines out and it's a great, beautiful day. We got 2 great grandkids. I got a terrific wife, 2 great daughters, and now 2 son-in-laws. And so this family is so important to us, and I never take it for granted.
Hey, Butch, did you see that catch? By the way, Bob says 2 of his greatest mentors along the way, the great John Ward and Lindsey Nelson. Still to come on The Good Life. Coming up, The Good Life is taking you inside the world of warm Southern styles for your home, inspired by one of our country music favorites.
And just every little bit was just a reminder that I'm not going through this alone.
Plus, a community rallies around one of its own after a routine surgery for one pastor changes his life. The Good Life surprises his family with some good news coming up. But first, as we head to break, living the good life means finding great looks for practically nothing. How, you say? Well, a thrift store, of course. Here are some of my Good Life thrift store do's and don'ts. So when my friends find out I love to shop at thrift stores, the first thing I hear is how overwhelming it can be. But it doesn't have to be. Print off some of your favorite looks on Pinterest that look great on your body type, and then let the fun begin. You won't believe what you can find in here. We'll take you along as we search for more designer bargains coming up. The Good Life, presented by Knoxville Wholesale Furniture and Medeiros.
Knoxville Wholesale Furniture is proud to announce the Trisha Yearwood Home Collection. With an emphasis on comfort, Trisha Yearwood has designed simple, honest furniture that will make any space feel like a home. The collection ranges from accent pieces to dining room and bedroom furniture. It combines Trisha's Southern style with a classic twist for timeless decor. Its custom upholstery pieces are North Carolina made and completely charming, all at introductory prices. Knoxville Wholesale Furniture, Peters Road and Callahan Drive.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. For complete home improvements, you can trust Medeiros Siding and Windows. From doors and windows to insulation and siding, Medeiros delivers value and home energy savings, offering roof replacement and gutter protection and deck design. Medeiros is your single source for all your home performance upgrades and renovation needs, providing custom solutions with proven results for everything under your roof, including your roof. Plus, it's all backed by my Make It Right guarantee. Call Medeiros Siding and Windows today.
Welcome back. Thrift stores are a perfect way to add some classic pieces with designer labels to your closet and spend very little doing so. Here's another Good Life thrift store tip. And when it comes to trying those clothes on, most thrift stores have fantastic accessories. I like to grab a belt to try on in the dressing room to see what that finished look will look like. Oh, by the way, speaking of accessories, Burberry hat, score! So there's nothing better than spending time at home surrounded by your family. But I think I speak for all the ladies out there when I say we want our homes to look great and have that charming designer feel that we see in the magazines. So the key to living the good life is achieving that look for our homes without spending a fortune doing so. And one country music legend is inspiring all of us to get that classy, cozy look for our home. She's a singer, author, and actress, but now you can add one more title full of charm and style to the list of her many talents. And to Trisha Yearwood, the creation of her home collection is more than just Southern inspiration, it is a way of life. Joining us today, we have Tim Harris, the owner of the family-owned and operated Knoxville Wholesale Furniture, the largest furniture store in the Mid-South. And Tim, you have an entire furniture gallery dedicated to the Trisha Yearwood home collection.
You know, Trish Yearwood, she's famous for country music.
Right.
Her husband, Garth, they just moved to Tennessee, to Nashville, so we're going to claim them here instead of Oklahoma.
I love it.
But she's also in the furniture business. This new collection by Trish is the hottest selling collection in America.
Oh.
I mean, it is going gangbusters. It's even got up and caught Paula Deen.
A collection of inspirations from Trisha, combining a warm Southern style with a classic twist for some truly remarkable and timeless designs. And you know, these looks are very casual. And what I love most about this collection is the casual style of these pieces.
It's casual. It speaks to East Tennessee. It's got a little lodge in it, that mountain look, but people love the relaxed styling.
The styles are uniquely Southern, and the quality of each piece can be seen throughout the collection.
When you come in and you pull out the drawers, you're going to see they're fully dovetailed. The drawers are finished, they're felt lined. You have mounted side glides so you can extend the drawer all the way out to get everything in you need. So the quality takes a back seat to no one.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to quality, that's great. But living the good life means having those quality pieces of furniture throughout our home, the great styles and looks, but on a budget. You've got to help us there too, Tim.
We brought this in huge truck and container loads. We get a 25% discount when we buy that much. We pass that right along to the customer.
And listen, when Tim saves, we save, and that's what we love the most. Now, from bedding to the living room, this collection really has it all. Show me some of these.
Throughout the whole home, and I'm going to show you the highlights of how impressive this whole collection is.
Let's take a look. You know, Tim, in all the home magazines, these kitchen islands are just so popular.
Very popular. We've got this from Trish in the white, in the regular wood stain, and in her signature blue.
Oh.
In the sofas, the upholstery, a lot of the chess pieces, this signature blue.
Blue is very hot, very popular right now. That's what's trending. And Tim, tell us more about this counter height dining set. This is beautiful.
Our customers are amazed. You've got this oversized counter height dining, 6 bar stools. We've already sold this 20 times because the value, the price, the quality, it's all there.
It is beautiful. And the good life is all about giving back to our community, and Tim Harris and his staff have done just that. Over the years, Knoxville Wholesale Furniture has donated millions of dollars to our community. You have to come see this store. classic looks with great prices right at our back door. Now that's living the good life. And to see more of the classic pieces in the Trisha Yearwood collection, you can log on to mygoodlifetv.com. Coming up after the break, a local family pulls together after a minor surgery changes their world forever.
I remember sitting in the chair next to the bed when Jean said, "I can't move my leg."
Grab your tissues as the Good Life surprises one of our neighbors next. But first, another Good Life thrift store secret. And my last thrift store shopping tip, I always wear just a simple necklace or a strand of pearls. Pearls go with anything, don't they? That way you can see what your final glammed up look will be after you make your purchase.
Introducing Marchesa by Bernhardt. Creating a sophisticated look while maintaining a casual comfort is the goal of Marchesa, a neo-traditional collection that pairs classic forms with contemporary finishes. European elements are distinctly recognizable, but the group carves out its own modern path. The unique mix of materials and finishes combines to create an appealing, earthy palette that exudes luxury while remaining understated, exclusively at Knoxville Wholesale Furniture.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. For complete home improvements, you can trust Madera Siding and Windows. From doors and windows to insulation and siding, Madera's delivers value and home energy savings, offering roof replacement and gutter protection and deck design. Madera's is your single source for all your home performance upgrades and renovation needs, providing custom solutions with proven results for everything under your roof, including your roof. Plus, it's all backed by my Make It Right guarantee. Call Madera Siding and Windows today.
The Good Life, presented by Knoxville Wholesale Furniture and Madera's. So every week we have neighbors who continue to inspire others despite the challenges they are facing. And to me, living the good life means not only sharing their story, but adding a little joy to the lives of our neighbors in need. Our first couple is facing an incredible obstacle that started as a routine surgery. For Pastor Gene Wood and his wife Sonia, learning to maneuver this wheelchair to get inside their home is still far from routine. On February 9th, Gene was to undergo a common procedure, spinal fusion surgery.
Got out of the surgery, out of recovery, came back to my room, was waking up, and happened to notice that my right leg wouldn't move. I'd tell it to do something and he wouldn't do it.
And I remember sitting in the chair next to the bed when Jean said, "I can't move my leg." And I think a nurse happened to be in the room. And so she came to his bedside, I came to his bedside, and literally could not move the leg. He had sensation. So of course she got the doctor right away. The doctor came back in.
But the doctors had no immediate medical explanation for Gene's condition. He was rushed back into surgery where again, no answers would be found.
Honestly, the doctor had never seen anything like this. And so we were just, quite frankly, stunned. We kept saying, move your foot, wiggle your toes, move your foot. And at that point, he couldn't move anything from his knee down at all.
A one-day hospital stay turned into 45 days and an outpouring of support from their community and church family.
Every they brought food, which I love to eat, so that was awesome to be able to do that. And just every little bit was just a reminder that I'm not going through this alone, you know. And they took good care of Sonia, you know, because I told them, I said, don't forget her, because she's going to suffer more in this than I will.
And finally, there was a diagnosis. So what should have been a 6-week recovery turned into a diagnosis with lots of questions but really no answers.
Very few answers. They called in a neurologist the next day, I believe. They called in 3 neurologists who all took a look, all on the same team, all concurred that it was indeed Guillain-Barré, with most likely prognosis of a year's recovery.
For this pastor now unable to walk, learning how to continue his courageous walk of faith would mean changing his approach.
The church has been awesome, during this time. Don't cry. But they supported me. The ramp that you saw, they built that. They built a ramp at the church so that when I do get back, this Sunday will be my first Sunday back to actually preach, I have a ramp to go up in to get up on the platform so everybody can see me. This will be a different kind of ministry for me, to say the least, till I get fully recovered.
And a different life with his wife of 38 years.
To see her faithfulness to me, it means everything. It does. And I between the Father in heaven and my wife, I'm all right.
If this is our new normal, it's our new normal.
Yeah. So you don't know what tomorrow holds, but you have all the faith in the world that this guy's going to be chasing you and chasing the grandkids.
Just like always. Nothing's changed there. He can chase me, even in the chair, and I'll let him catch me.
And even in their darkest days, the woods continue to inspire all of us.
You don't have to look far to see people in much worse condition. We're going to recover.
Well, we appreciate everything you all have done to inspire others in our community. And on behalf of Riverstone Resort and Spa in the Smokies, they would like to invite you guys up for an entire weekend together in a 2-bedroom condo with a couples massage for the 2 of you, just to be able to get away and relax and have a little pick-me-up.
Oh my goodness.
So just a little surprise.
That's awesome.
And one more surprise. Several of Gene's church friends stopped by to lend their support.
God can still use me. I still have a purpose. I still can minister to people, and so that's what matters.
A story with many miles still ahead, but many things to be learned along the way. For more information on nominating our next Good Life surprise recipient, you can log on to mygoodlifetv.com. So that's it. To our crew, that's what it means to live the good life. It's about making people smile. It's about knowing you don't have to have a big wallet to be happy. It's about blessing someone else with the chance to live the good life. And we hope you'll agree. We'll see you next time.
So good to be alive. This feeling's running high. Oh, life is cold.
So, Bob, you've had a chance to play on this field. I'm not gonna lie, it's always been a dream of mine too. Do you think you could do me the honor?
We'll tape your ankles up and get you a jock strap and we'll go.
We're using that.